Merry meet and welcome to Lux Divine Queen Magic. I'm Taylor and today is our Divine Feminine Collective reading. As you know, this week we are doing love readings. So whether you're here to balance out the energies within yourself or you're here to check in with a twin flame connection, there definitely is going to be a message for you here today. With that, let's go ahead and get started. So first we do have our Divine Feminine Sarati Devi, the Divine Mother. Unconditional love exists within me. The presence of love is the absence of judgment. So very interesting that in a love reading we're getting a very much mother figure, because the Divine Feminine is just that, right? It is the mother out of the I apologize, I skipped over a few steps. The Divine Feminine most often is represented through the Empress, and she is the mother of the tarot. And so it's very interesting that we're getting this. So this is kind of a comment on the fact that this energy already exists within you to already be that Divine Feminine. So you, if you have not already ascended, you already are within that bubble, that bubble of protection. And there is this need to recognize that you do have unconditional love within you, no matter how other people speak to you as well. So because sometimes when you're caring or an empath, it becomes difficult to uphold boundaries, because then certain people or even yourself may consider those boundaries to be considered conditions, when in reality they are simply boundaries to help you have healthy relationships. So understand that the way that you love is unconditional, and that you do have the ability to do this no matter how others are working within that. And so the presence of love is the absence of judgment. And so saying that just means that you are not casting judgment. You are not casting judgment without fully understanding the situation. You are not allowing a judgment to make decisions based on that. You are instead perhaps having those healthy boundaries with that judgment, but you are still existing within a space where you are able to hold love for those individuals. So it's really just exploring that relationship in regards to your healthy boundaries, and how you view love in this world is going to be so important for you during this week. And so looking into the tarot, very interesting. We have Strength right side up coming out. And so I kind of had a feeling this was going to happen, which is, you know, why we're here. But if you watch your Divine Masculine reading, it had Strength pop out reverse last time, which was a very big message around not confessing, not having the courage to see the true facts within the relationship. And so this is saying that you do see the reality of the situation. This is letting you know that also, if you were balancing out your energies, that you have spent the time you needed to in order to truly understand a little bit more around what you needed to bring to light within your situation, or you have started to accept the facts a little bit more. Essentially, you're not living in denial anymore, but you may still be within a bargaining phase. You may still be you may be angry about the information that's come out, and you may be depressed. You're allowed to have emotions while still understanding the reality of the situation. So it's not saying that you have to accept the situation just yet, but you are in fact aware of it. And that's the main message coming forward for this, is that you have turned this card right side up, and that you are showing more strength and courage within your life. And so even if it doesn't feel like it, even if it feels like you've just pushed yourself outside of a comfort zone, the reality is that you are truly coming back and understanding what it means. The other thing too that's coming forward for me is strength sometimes can relate to patience, but in regards to these two cards and the conversation around boundaries, to have healthy boundaries does require discipline and strength. And so just recognize that you do have that. So again, just exploring how you're interacting with the people who have space within your heart is going to be so important for you this week. And so, okay, yes, so this is the Magician, which in this deck especially literally is about the fact that you have the choice. You are the one making these decisions. You are the one who gets to choose how you love and how you exist within this world. And so again, you have the strength, right? So no matter how anyone in the external is treating you, this is you needing to come back to your internal self, recognize the boundaries that you have, and that you still have unconditional love within you. You still have the strength and patience within you, and you get to choose who gets to cross those boundaries. You get to choose where your boundaries lay. You get to choose how you interact with yourself and with your partners and with the world as a whole. So just recognizing the fact that this is all within your control is going to be so important, because no one gets to live your life for you. Okay, and then we do have the Fool coming out. So very interesting energy, because something that is coming forward is actually a warning saying, like, don't let yourself be too, well, foolhardy into a new venture. So with this imagery of, like, yes, you are going through, you're like, yeah, that's right, I am valid, I am moving through life, I do have the strength that I need, I have built healthy boundaries so that I can choose who I have my interactions with. And with this newfound energy, you're like you're trying to start something new. And so this is coming more as a warning that as you're starting this something new and exciting as it is, just still make sure you recognize where your boundaries lie and don't compromise yourself even in this new venture, no matter how exciting it can be. So again, you're starting to recognize the reality of the situation. Don't let that get too far ahead of you. The imagery that's coming through is like you had your head stuck in the ground, but don't let it go up into the clouds. Okay, and then our true love reading cards. So first we do have the silver waterfall coming forward. So this is a lovely meditation if you haven't done it before or heard of it. It's very simple. The imagery is that you place yourself underneath the waterfall, and the waterfall carries away everything and cleanses your spirit and soul. And so you let go of all of your hardships. And so with the Divine Masculine, we did have healing come out. And so this is a very healing moment. Something too coming forward, especially if you're here for a twin flame connection, is as your partner is opening up and becoming more intimate with you, you are able to really start healing those moments to where you're able to also break down barriers, not just that exist for your partner, but exist more for you. Because again, these are twin flame readings, so you guys are parallel to each other and mirroring each other. And sometimes when you're in connection especially, it can seem so confusing because you would think you would know your partner even more if they're just like you, but how well do we truly know ourselves becomes a conversation. So that is what's coming forward, is the fact that as you're going through these moments, you are healing. You're actively the one healing too. You are actively taking these steps forward. And again, these are all your choices. So you're not just sitting by and letting things happen. You're choosing to step underneath the waterfall. You're choosing to cross a threshold into a new being. And that's again why you as the Divine Feminine are coming forward as this imagery of already complete and already ascended, already recognizing who and where you are, which, now that I think about it, works with exactly what we're saying around the fact that this strength is now turned up right. So the next one we have is self-respect. So this is pretty straightforward, but this is, again, you have the choice. You are allowed to choose how you interact with people within this world, and it's so important for you to have self-respect, because if you don't, then that's how else are you going to honor the boundaries that you put forward? So something coming forward is like for someone here is that there is a struggle with someone who is pushing on your boundaries and saying, well, if you loved me, you would do this. If you really cared, you would do this. Well, you do really care, because otherwise you wouldn't be worrying and pushing past the boundaries that you've set. Instead, this is saying, well, maybe analyze your relationship with yourself a little bit more and find that little bit of self-respect. I know personally I have been hurt so many times because I just simply did not have self-respect, and I kept myself in very negative and toxic situations because I thought I was always in the wrong. I thought I didn't deserve better. I just did not respect myself, plain and simple. And as soon as I did start respecting myself more, turns out those people were my friends. And yeah, there's a lot more that goes into it. Honestly, we're not going to get into it. But the point is that I had recognized that I'd put myself into situations that I didn't want to be in simply because I didn't allow myself to respect the boundaries that I had placed. I didn't allow myself to be viewed as valid, and that I was someone who had a choice in how they lived their life. And so next we do have for you life purpose. So I really enjoy this imagery, especially because in the Divine Masculine we actually had the Hermit come out, which the Hermit is known for like going internal so that you can further bring out the light within yourself outward. And so that is kind of something that's coming forward here. So this is going along with the fact that you have put in the work that you need to in order to truly understand a little bit more around your life purpose and what that just means to you. Something else coming forward is everyone's life purpose as humans is to love and is to feel loved. So that is a very big message and a very big confirmation that the internal work that you have done, the shadow work that you have done, if you have been working on that this week, has proven that you are doing what you were meant to do. So this is more of a confirmation for you, saying like you are putting in the work that you need to, you have done what you need to. Just keep on going, because the journey, you're still a little bit at the beginning of the journey. So yes, you can still be ascended and at a new journey, because that is exactly what happens. At every ending is a new beginning. And so now let's go ahead and take a look into our heart and soul cards. We do have 2 today, so they may both resonate with you, or one over the other may. This card reflects protection, freedom, and success. It won't be quick or easy, but you will succeed, and you are protected along the way. Free yourself of past doubt, fear, and guilt. Let go of fixed expectations. Be flexible, adaptable, and open to new avenues and ideas. A higher power is trying to guide you. Tune out of your thoughts and into your heart. Everything you are looking for really is inside you. Look within, keep an open heart and mind, and then follow your intuition. Beyond thought, there is a knowing that embraces all knowledge. Your inner vision has a magnetic quality that draws everything you need closer to you. Well, those just really went along with what we were just talking about, and I truly just encourage you to reflect on how much good work you've done and spend some time celebrating yourself, and take a pause for yourself in that moment before you continue along this journey, because every once in a while you need to take a break, see where you are on the map, and then keep going forward. So with that, I want to thank everyone for being here. I want to thank you for liking and subscribing. Please do not forget to comment below and gain support from a like-minded community, and I will definitely see you next time. Blessed be.